there, partner.
There he is.
Jimmy Riley.
Josh Landerson, a new polo every week. TVG, what we rocking this week?
I don't even know what this is. 20th anniversary. Born into sports.
Shout out. He's born into it.
So Dante, when we moved, was getting rid of a bunch of old clothes, and he's about a size and a half smaller than me, I'd say. But he kind of likes to rock a little bit big. So I was like, all right, Give me that garbage bag. Like, I'll take a look at this. Bunch of polos that are just fitting so right. So
that's awesome.
Feeling good.
Love that. Looks good. Green's a good color, man.
Definitely is, man. You know, my eyes, got it from my grandma.
Makes them pop. Speaking of, actually, I don't know if it's speaking of, but Yom Kippur today. Am I saying that right?
Oh, yeah. Jim's first Yom Kippur. I think it's Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur. And how does one say this? What's the proper greeting for Yom Kippur? Because it's not happy, right? That would be.
It's not necessarily. I'm the type of guy that might send a happy Yom Kippur to my brothers and stuff like that. There's like a Jewish thing that you say. I might even just have to pull it up right now, just for the record here.
Yeah, I searched it and sent it to you this morning. I said, what do you say?
Yeah, you said it to me, right?
Yeah, because I didn't know, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, well, I'm not the guy to really
I know.
speak Hebrew or nothing like that, but yeah, definitely the most important Jewish holiday, you know, or at least in my house. I'm pretty sure it's like the highest holiday in general, but I always learned it was like the most important one. So just a day of reflection, you know, we didn't eat. We didn't drink from sundown to sunup today, so
I may have cheated. Like I said, I had a little bit of an interview. Couldn't participate fully. Had to be on the A game. But how did the fast go? Sundown to sundown. Is that what it is? Correct.
That is what it is. Now, your boy yesterday was doing a little bit of drinking during the daytime. I ended up going to this little family barbecue type deal. They were serving tacos, all that good stuff.
Love it.
And pretty much I was drinking. So I was like, all right, when I get home, before I go to bed, that's when I'm going to do it, you know? So I did slip up a bit. I had to rehydrate because I was like, I can't wake up.
Hungover.
I can't wake up a little bit hungover tomorrow and just like, that's just going to be a miserable time.
That really makes you reflect, though. I mean, nothing worse than a hangover to get your anxiety through the roof.
It's true. It's true. So I cheated in that regard. So I just started probably around 10, something like that. A few hours late, but got my hydration up. And then this morning, my one cheat every year is that I like to, you know, brush my teeth in the morning. I'll rinse my mouth. And that's just like, you know, after a long night of sleeping, you got like that morning breath on.
Exactly.
You need that one fresh reset where water hits your mouth in the morning. So maybe I'm cheating there as well, but not the toughest one I've ever had today. I'll say that, you know?
And is that because you find yourself like intermittent fasting just like, do you ever intermittent fast just like accidentally nowadays? Because I find myself doing that, right? Just forgetting to eat and being like, oh shit, been like 14 hours.
I've probably been intermittent fasting for the last like 5 years, to be honest. Right. I stopped being a breakfast guy. I don't know if I do it completely right. I usually don't wait till like 2. You know, I'll usually eat around noon, maybe will be like my first meal, nothing in the morning. And I usually like my first meal of the day to be like fruit. Like if you're going to eat anything in the morning, maybe just like a nice nectarine.
A nectarine?
You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever had a just straight nectarine.
That's why it's my favorite fruit, because like that and pineapple. But pineapple's accessibility is so tough, right? Like I got to chop up these pineapples. Nectarine, go grab me an organic nectarine in the produce section at my Vons.
You just bite right into it.
You just bite right into it like an apple, but it's juicy, but it's not too juicy. It could be like firm, like you get the crunch of biting into an apple.
I don't know.
And I personally don't like the texture of apple. Personally.
Is it like too tough or what?
It's like mushy. Even the firm apples are a little mush.
I don't think you've had a good apple yet. Did you guys do that thing like back in made first grade kindergarten where you try every single apple? Not every single. You try a green, a red, and a yellow, and you like vote on it. I was always the guy that picked yellow. I was like, no one else is gonna pick this. I don't even like it. But so good. But another thing surprising, no breakfast anymore. I mean, you're the biggest egg guy I know.
I used to be a huge egg guy, and Chad Mills's mom, Chris Mills, knows very well.
Yeah,
I'll go through a dozen eggs in one sitting if I have to. Like
that's what.
light work and hashies and toast.
It's
Like just
crazy.
give me some tapatio, and we'll put those to bed. And that's probably the most common meal I've ever had throughout the duration of my life is probably scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I mean that or like fried eggs when we were hit the high school age when you could start fucking around with some fried egg sandos. I can't tell you how many I had of those at your place. God damn.
Fried egg sandos were a big part of my childhood, actually. I was on that early.
Really?
Putting the steam on it, making it turn nice and pink, almost purple. Like it's almost like roasting a marshmallow.
Ah, that's actually a pretty good comparison. Nice
Like
and
you're trying to
yolky
get
in
that
the
right
middle.
color. You're trying to maintain that gushiness on the inside. So
Um,
I'm always a huge yolk guy personally.
Same. I didn't as a kid. Kind of freaked me out. I thought that's where that meant like an uncooked egg. You know what I mean? I was like, eh. But no, nowadays, fucking as runny as it gets. Let me fucking dab that up.
Speaking of which, like soft boiled eggs was a very popular meal where you're hard boiling them, but you're only soft boiling them, so they still got that runny inside, and then you just take the toast and you just chop it all up with your fork till it's all one big
Just
thing.
mushing
You
it.
butter the toast. Oh, those flavors. And something about just buttered bread just brings me back to childhood. It's just so good.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know why I had so much of it. Probably maybe a little bit due to a lack of money. But god damn, it's to this day. I had it like 2 days ago. I just had a piece of French bread, threw some butter on it. God damn,
That's it.
nothing.
I think about the same thing too. Like my dad did okay for himself, but we ate tuna more than probably any family west of the Mississippi. Like it was tuna for breakfast, tuna sandwiches, tuna fish and noodles,
Right.
and then I go grocery shopping and I see the tuna. I'm like, okay,
Here we go.
frugal man, smart man, making sense. It all makes sense.
And that's what I was gonna say. I wonder how much of that's taken from when they were kids, right? Like their parents just going like, "This is what we eat," and they're like, "Fuck it, this is what we eat." Like,
yeah. And I'm sure it's kind of like a game at least to my dad. It was probably like a game. Like I could feed these three boys for $2 or whatever it is. Like trying to come up with a challenge in his own head. So.
Right.
Like tuna goes a long way. You can do a lot with tuna.
That was us with oatmeal. It was oatmeal for breakfast. You just fucking make 4 packets, mix it all together, and pour it in some bowls for the boys, and they'll go to town.
Childhood meals, dude. Macaroni and hot dogs chopped up.
I'm not a big macaroni with hot dogs, and I don't know why. The Meekers used to have their I don't know what you call it. It's like I think it's Todd's godmother, might be the twins as well, but Lydia, she used to cook for them after school. She fucking picked them up. She's the best. But she would make she was like part of their family, but she would make them hot dogs and macaroni. And one day I ate it and like I got like one cold piece of hot dog and I was like, yo, this is fucking no more. Can't do
it. The macaroni was good on its own. Yeah. I feel like we got off topic though because it's Yom Kippur and we didn't eat all day. Wow. That now we're just talking about food, and I had people sending me videos of food, and I was just like, "Oh, not today, not today."
Have you been able to eat since? Were you able to eat before this?
Yeah. So earlier I refereed my first soccer game.
Oh, it's so you're doing it all.
I'm doing it all. Yeah. Soccer is like the highest paying one. I guess the highest demand is for soccer refs, but it's just adult league co-ed, no offsides penalties.
Wow.
No slide tackling, 5 touch limit on the guys. So long story short, I was trying to get covered or call off for my first shift tonight because I was trying to do the pod like at our normal time.
Nah, you can't do that.
He's like, "Can you just go do one game at 8:00?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can make that happen. I think I can make that happen." But I went out there, and I went a little early because the sun sets at about 7.
Right.
I think I started eating around 6:45, 7:00.
Oh, nice.
So I went, picked up some Indian food.
I don't know if that's the way I'm breaking a fast. Let me just say that right there.
Indian food's like my favorite food, personally.
But it's gonna blow your gut out on an empty stomach.
That is potentially facts. I mean, my stomach's been pretty good so far, but I did get full like right away, like 3 bites in. But let me tell you the story. So I park at the school where I'm going to be reffing. I'm sitting in my car. I got a podcast going. Rick Glassman, if you're
Legend.
familiar.
Yep. Shoes off.
Yep. Shoes off, something like that.
Something like that.
I got the pod going. Go into the bag. No fork.
Ay, ay, ay.
No fork?
And I think that's a California thing more and more. They're just like not packing utensils unless you ask. And it's like, just give me the fucking fork.
It's a to-go order.
That's crazy.
So then I'm sitting there, all right, do I just put this to the side, save this for later, go hit a Burger King, go hit a Chick-fil-A, you know, let's like call an audible here, you know what I mean?
Right.
Peyton Manning at the line of scrimmage. And then I said, you know what? I got naan for a reason. I got the bread for a reason.
Nice.
And I'm going to make a mess out of myself just going in. And that's what I did. I just went for the scoop technique, folded it up into a little U shape, scooped as much as I could, maybe a little helping from the left index finger.
That's a very traditional technique of you. Now let me ask you this. Did anyone pull up beside you while you were eating and like give you the, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then you go and ref their game?
Thank God, no. And of course I had my referee hoodie, like uniform. It's bright highlighter yellow. So
good.
Anything I get on that is definitely going to get stained. It's going to be so noticeable. So I'm sitting there shirtless. Took the shirt off. I probably got curry on my chest hairs. I mean, I don't think I did. I actually did a pretty decent job today. I was actually pretty proud of myself, being that it is curry.
Right. And you are Josh.
And I am Josh, yeah. And it's so funny. In the interview for this job, which was just like super chill, I was just like, yeah, I'm down to do this. Yeah. I play sport. Like, all right, you're hired.
So sick.
But they asked me like, all right, like what would your friend say is like your biggest strength or whatever? I told them yada yada. They're like, what would your friend say is your biggest weakness? And I'd be like, you know, they'd probably say I was kind of just like messy. You know, anytime I eat, I'd probably get something on myself, or I'd have mismatching socks, or just like a general, you know, apathy towards aesthetics.
Facts.
And they're like, okay, good answer.
And I feel like that's a good answer too, because it's like nothing that's disqualifying for work. You know what I mean? Like, you're a mess eater. So what? You mismatch stuff. So what?
Yeah. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm kind of the type of guy that might have wrinkles in my shirt, you know?
Yeah. Hey, as long as you're here, fuck it. You're hired.
Yeah.
So how did the soccer game go? Any tough calls, any close calls game one?
There was an actual clean, tough call that I had to be very decisive on. So it was very chill vibe. It was co-ed. Before the game starts, one of the guys from the other team sees me throw his in.
Nice.
He's like, you know, the chatter's already starting, but everyone is there in good spirits. No one's taking it too seriously. I don't even know the rules, so I'm like asking the players. I'm like, is it 20-minute halves? Is it 25?
Jesus.
Like, there's no one there to help me. Are you
setting the clock and stuff and everything?
It's just on your phone.
Oh,
you just
okay.
keep it on your phone. Keep the score on your phone. Anyway, I leave. All right, let me go back. I park. I go to enter the school. School, for good reason, is completely locked. Like, I'm sure it's like a more new thing where it's like, we're just going to secure the perimeter of this bitch.
Or they saw a man eating curry shirtless in the fucking parking lot and say, yo, lock it up, lock it up.
It was straight locked up. I'm like, how do they expect me to get here? And so then I make the decision. I get out of my car, go see if it's locked. It is. And I'm like, all right, am I going to get in my car, swing around the whole facility, try to find another parking spot in the next 10 minutes? Or do I just hop this bitch? And so I had to just man up, you know, nut up, hop the fence. I get to the top and I'm like, what am I doing up here? Like, I start to consider going back down and just saying, fuck it, I'm going around.
You can't do that.
Exactly. So then I was like, no, you got this. Figure it out. I got a good grip on the middle post, found my way over. And so once I get down to the field, I realized I didn't bring my whistle, which is in my car. And I'm thinking to myself, I am not going to climb this fence another 2 times. We're playing without a whistle today. So I'm like, for the game, bring the captains in, tell them, all right, these are the rules. No offsides penalties, no slide tackling, 25-minute half, yada, yada. hey, I don't got a whistle today, so just listen for my calls, yada yada.
That is so good.
I go to start the game. I go whistle.
I was wondering if you're gonna do that or the scream that. Eh.
And then at halftime, I did.
It's so
you know how they
good.
do the three whistles?
Yeah. The 1, 2, 3. Fucking amazing. So, when is your first basketball gig? Do you know? Is it not basketball season yet?
I still have to shadow one shift or whatever. Watch a game, hang out. It's paid, so it's cool.
Nice.
Go watch basketball for a few hours. But the tough call that I had tonight.
Oh, right.
It's a 5-touch limit, right? And you're like, you don't want to be too tough on enforcing it.
Yeah.
So I'm counting in my head. 1, 2, 3.
And that's like him
4.
dribbling or like guys in a row that can touch
this guy. He's the best player on the field at this point, and he's kind of cutting through the defense. He goes 5 and then rips the 6th one, scores it. And I go, nope.
Oh.
No. I go, no goal, too many touches. And everyone respected the call. The guy thought he was like, I lost count, yada, yada.
Oh, that's nice.
Everyone was like, yes. And I was like, boom, decisive. I was like in there. I was like, decisive.
Let's go.
And then there was another one where it hit the post of this flimsy plastic goal. And that shit slingshotted it back out. Yeah. And I was just like, no goal. Play on.
Net's off its moorings. Got to reset the net, hockey style. That's fucking wild. Kind of sick though. Fun. Yeah, I was gonna say, when are you and the boys getting a rec soccer team together? You guys got more than enough heads down there.
We do, but I don't know, dude. The men's leagues didn't seem to be as chill. They seem to be way too intense.
Don't you have a couple chicks down there that would join a league?
We can do a little co-ed.
Yeah.
Be tight.
It's so much. I mean, we're doing that kickball again. We had our first game last Thursday, and a couple more teams joined this time around, and they are so much more competitive already. Like even game 1, there was this old 40-year-old who it was like a comeback, or it was like a kicked hard to JB, and it I think it skipped and he caught it, and this chick ref who's maybe 22 years old was like, he's out, and the guy started arguing, and she's like, nope, I called it, see ya. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do a real men's league. Fuck that. They were doing basketball for a while.
You're defending champs right now, Jim.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really claim that title. I just play when they need somebody. I don't pay, so I can't claim the title of champ. But there's a couple guys from, I think Lee put a team together, so it's actual athletes this time around. Last time it was just literally all slapdicks.
Jim, everyone gets a ring. Even the janitor gets a ring.
That's true. Wow.
I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself for not buying myself a CCF ring for your guys' baseball chip.
You should have. That might be a wedding gift down the line. You ever get married, I'll get you
It'd be sweet.
A CCS ring. So good. I still can't believe my dad didn't let you join the team. Go back.
He got me into that game for free.
Oh, really?
As the water boy. Yep.
Sick.
So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of official.
And I almost died. So maybe you don't get a ring.
Roster, right? I didn't purchase the ticket. I was a part of the team to get into that game.
That's fair. And some guys didn't get in the game as much as you didn't get in the game.
Hey, and who was at the hospital, man?
That's
your boy was at the hospital, man.
That's
if you
facts.
didn't show up to the hospital within 24 hours, you don't deserve a ring.
My dad didn't go to the hospital, so you don't deserve a ring. But I mean, the question has to be asked: why was I in the hospital? And that's because of heat stroke and dehydration, and you were the water boy. Maybe not get a ring. I don't know.
Hey, I spent some of my own money that day buying waters for the boys.
You for sure did.
I tried, Jim.
I remember you dropping them down into the dugout.
And they did the old Red Auerbach, old Boston Celtics tricks, just cutting off the water in your dugout. What was the deal? They turned the heat up in the dugout.
That was wild. You know what? It's actually all Jack Hutchings' fault. I tell him this all the time. He fouled off 6 pitches in a row on a hit and run, and I'm fucking dogging it every single pitch. And then your boy almost died.
Classic.
Not really. Do you remember?
Tried out for the team. I mean, it has to be told, Jim. I mean, I tried out for the team next year. I mean, got cut, but by someone I consider to be an uncle. Yeah, I love Josh, but Gotta cut you.
Gotta cut you. And I honestly, up to me, I would have had you on the team over two guys of mine. I'm not going to say who, but we know who.
We don't gotta name names.
We know who. Fresh ball fall is upon us, and you need to be in the festive spirit. Light a candle, get some pumpkin spice, and make sure your balls are looking nice with the sponsor of today's show, Manscaped. Nature may clear the leaves of their trees, but you'll need Manscaped's help to get you ready for the sweater weather. Get your pants puppies prepared for cuffing season with a trim as refreshing as the fall breeze by going to manscaped.com and using code TROUGH for 20% off plus free shipping.
Yeah, and be careful out there when you're trimming your trees, folks, because, I had time once early in the game, you're trying to groom yourself, you're trying to take care of yourself. A lot of different techniques to go about it. I cut myself up real bad. Once I got Manscaped, I've never felt safer shaving my balls. I mean, it's time for nice flannels and cozy socks, but we can't forget to trim our balls. By now, you've heard of them, but it's time to join the 9 million men worldwide using Manscaped to get the kit that covers it all and the Performance Package 4.0. I mean, it went from the 1.0 to the 2.0. Our friends at Manscaped say coming soon. It starts with the 4.0 trimmer with the advanced skin-safe technology that reduces nicks and cuts to make raking the leaves a lot less painful. Plus, the lawnmower is technically a masterpiece. It has a 7,000 RPM motor, multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, and this is the big part, a built-in 4000K LED spotlight to help you see parts on your body you haven't looked at in years. Once you clear the driveway, the Performance Package comes in hot with products to cool you down. The Crop Preserver, game changer. I never used ball deodorant in my whole life. Once I got the Crop Reviver ball spray toner, I'm like, what's a toner? It prevents the stink, and it's the one to clear it up. With the soothing aloe vera formula, move over pumpkin spice, fresh balls are the smell of the season. The Performance Package 4.0 caps it off with 2 free gifts, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. That's one to hold your Manscaped goodies and one to hold your man goodies.
Bring in the fall right and get 20% off and free shipping with code TROUGH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code TROUGH. As leaves fall, make sure you have it all with Manscaped. Phew. Hey, I was telling the story like last week. We were talking about passing out. Do you remember like 2 months after the CCS game when me and you were at Aki and I was ordering and fucking passed out at the counter?
No.
It was just me and you there. You don't remember this at all?
You passed and fell?
Yeah, I slammed my chin on the fucking granite and hit my head, and they like were trying to call an ambulance, and they're like, I was like, no. I was like, call my friend. You were the only one there with me. And like you came over, like, you good, dude? And I was like, I don't know. And you like helped me up, and we like everything was fine after that, but it was weird as shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. I witnessed your first concussion.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You went and got a table, so you weren't there. And I
that's what I'm saying.
I slammed.
Picked you up.
Exactly. And they're like trying to call an ambulance. And I was like, nah. I was like, just call my friend. They're like, Josh. And then you like, yeah.
I came with my flashlight, opened up the pupil.
Exactly. But wow. Yeah. I think that's the first time I like really passed it. Fucking weird as shit. You like see the lights like closing in and you like can't do anything. It's like, eesh.
That's crazy. I like fainted one time at Golfland when I was maybe like 10 years old. Just hot day. Riding the water slides or putting around? Putting around, yeah. Luckily I was on grass and I just legs gave out.
That's the thing.
I was fine though.
Yeah.
I was like lightheaded. It was like, tingles.
But the legs are weird. Like you can't control them at all. Like they just go and you're just, I don't know. It was weird.
I'm pretty sure it was Shane Gillis that was talking about when he mixes Adderall with, getting blacked out drunk. It's like you're right there. Like you feel everything going on, but your body motor skills just don't work.
Shane Gillis, the GOAT. Have you seen his new special?
I don't think I have, but I think I've scrolled past it.
On Netflix, pretty good. He's got one joke about Biden being a Roomba every time he finishes a speech, and he just bounces around from person. Like, fuck, that's so true. It don't matter where you stand on that. That is so good. But yeah,
And that's why I say, Jim. I mean, I think no one's united the country more than Joe Biden, because I mean, who doesn't hate that guy?
I think there's some people
But
out
who
there
doesn't
that
laugh at that guy?
there you go. I mean, I don't know.
Hate was a strong word, you know.
Yeah.
Who can't get a good laugh out of talking about touching kids' legs and shit like
Joe
that?
Biden, he's got hairy legs.
Nothing has me on the edge of my seat more than when Joe Biden starts talking. Like, you just don't know where that sentence is gonna end.
That's what I was gonna say. Him and Trump both, though, like for completely different reasons, but you have no idea where either of them's going. It's fucking incredible. The fact that they're not gonna have a speech, they're both saying they're not doing speeches.
What, like the debates?
Yeah, they're both said Biden is obviously.
Makes sense why he wouldn't want to.
Yeah, and so they're playing I don't know, and then Trump's playing I can't give these guys my time. They were too far beneath me. Like, why would I even entertain? I'm like, shit, that's honestly a good ploy too. It sucks because I want to see it.
Well played.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like an important thing to have, though. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Presidential debate. I mean, I know it's all entertainment at this point, but
But I feel like, you kind of get a grasp of who these people are. And I guess in that aspect, we kind of know who they are, but still, it's like, it's tradition. You know what I mean? It's the old stump speeches.
Sit down at the table. Whose ideas are better? Tell me. Convince me.
And that's one thing that they got way far away from is actually debating, right? Letting fucking guys sit down for 6 hours at a time and just hashing ideas out doesn't ever happen.
Sometimes when I'm in the YouTube rabbit hole or whatever, it'll pull me old highlights from presidential debates from way back in the day or whatever. But it's them sitting at a table. There's 3 people at a table, the moderator and the 2 candidates, and they're actually going over stuff. And then in my lifetime, it's always seemed where everyone has their own little podium, and it's just who could control the room, you know?
It's so commercialized. Yeah, no. Yeah. It's fucking so gross. But I mean, even Ross Perot fucking rented out TV time out of his own money and was just like, fuck it. You're not going to give me a debate. I'm gonna let you know what's up. So I don't know.
I love that on the Joe Rogan podcast too, you know, when he'll bring 2 people who have opposing ideas and just be like, all right, we got 3 hours and however much time we need, you know, dig into it.
Yeah. Supposedly he's got a few of those coming up. I think
really?
Around one of them's around ivermectin or something like that, and then some other shit. But pretty, I mean, like I said, pretty entertaining, especially with Rogan. I feel like he's be a decent moderator. You know what I mean?
For sure. Do you remember the Game Changers documentary?
Game Changers. Is that the?
It was about the vegan stuff on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When he had Paul Saladino and someone else on?
He had the guy from the documentary, and then he had someone who had been writing about how it was bullshit or whatever.
Right.
And the guy from the documentary came so tweaked, Adderalled out,
and yeah, that's right,
dude. And he was kind of right, but he was being so I don't know, just tactical and just tweaking. I was just oh god, this guy's been preparing too hard, you know?
Yeah, and it exactly. It sounded rehearsed. Everything he said was but then it almost sounded like he was coked out. It was rehearsed but rambled so far.
Studying, being in front of a computer all night before a test, and then the time the test comes, you're fried,
fuck,
you know?
Yeah.
It's yeah, you know it. It's deep in there, but yeah, that was always a good one though. And I think they had Lex Fridman does a couple of these too. He had Anarchist versus the other one.
Yeah, Michael Malice and someone else. Lex is a little too lovey-dovey for me, though. You know what I mean? Everything comes back to love, and I'm like, brother, get laid or something, and then let's revisit this because you're wigging me out right now. But he is hyper intelligent. Those guys are all fucking scary as shit. I'm trying to think. Lex, he came to our gym in San Mateo, do some jujitsu.
Did he?
Yeah.
You were there?
I was not there. He comes to evening class. What a fucking put. Come to the mornings where all the fucking gangsters run. By gangsters, I mean fucking 2 purple belts, 3 blue belts, and the rest white belts. But the gangsters run. We have fun.
The black belts are more in the evening classes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them just fucking work. So it's, I mean, not that I don't, but they work like a lot of them are into like electricity or electricians into the trades. And so they're sketch. Their grips are so nasty, some of these guys, because all they do is fucking sit there turning tools all day. I'm like, fuck off.
Good luck.
Yeah Not fun, but very fun.
Tournament soon?
I don't know. I probably not. I'm not trying to compete. It's like I feel like once you like make the decision to compete, you have to like start taking it way serious. I feel like I would have to start lifting. I would start eating right. And I'm like, I do jujitsu so I can not lift and eat like fucking doo-doo.
Right.
So,
have you seen any body transformation since training?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the one thing that's very noticeable is I'm on like the last fucking loop of my belt, or the last little hole of my belt, and it's like pulled so much that it's time for a new belt. That's one big.
Wait, getting bigger or getting smaller?
Smaller. No. It's on the way
Yeah.
smaller, and it's like not something I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like I would like to gain weight. You know what I mean? But
it's a product of your lifestyle.
I'll take it. Yeah. I don't know. All my pants are fucking way too big, and I look like Jared Fogle, fucking with the waist out. But
it's back though. It's coming back. That whole Y2K, late 90s, early 2000s, baggy.
It's never left for me.
I don't know. Never out, but was it ever in for a lot of the things I see? You know?
No. The extreme fucking 90s shit was way whack. The fucking
don't come in big baggy ass jeans. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they're parachute shorts.
Though?
What?
Big tees, big white tees. Maybe not too oversized, right? Maybe just one that fits you.
Yeah, I remember, dude. We were in. Shit, I forgot. I think it was Little League. And do you remember Casey Sullivan?
Yeah.
So
why do I remember that name?
He was
his cousin.
No, he went to the high school. He played baseball, but he was like one of like the best guys in the like whatever. But he was a fucking dipshit, for lack of a better term. He was like a JB. And so in Little League, the coach is like going around asking for everybody for like t-shirt sizes for like the end of the year. And he goes, XX tall T, coach. And they looked at him like, what the fuck? But he was like a guy that was always like rocking tall tees since like middle school. And like, I could never, looks so funky. Though. Yeah. I have like the weird, I have too skinny of a body type for tall tees. I feel like it look like a hanger.
I felt like it used to be your go-to at one point. Like big white tee. Maybe I'm just thinking of school uniforms. But...
Probably just school uniforms. I also just wore my dad's XXL tees in fucking middle school when I was clearly like an XL large at best. So probably it's like a tall tee. But yeah, I don't fucking know. Dude, I had that interview today.
How'd it go? Crushed it.
I don't know. So this is
San Diego, right?
No, this was a different one. So this has been a saga. I had the San Diego one. That one went well. I honestly didn't even hear back from the people, but I was like, fuck it. Like it was a long shot anyways, whatever. But this one I had today, I met with the guy for the first time fucking 2 weeks ago. And halfway through the interview, he just like is like on the computer, like not paying attention. I'm like, what the fuck? So like I just like stopped talking. And like we sit there probably 45 seconds, like silent, like nothing going on. I'm like, what the fuck? Like super strange. And then he's like, hey, like my bad, brother. Like he called me brother. I was like, this is fucking, well, okay. I didn't know. I better get this job now is what I'm thinking. but I didn't know we had that rapport. So he's like, my bad, brother. Like, we had an emergency, and it's facilities management. So it's like emergencies come up. It's at TikTok, actually. He's like, one of our main windows broke. Like, shit, like, I got to fix it. Like, I got to go. And I'm like, very strange, but like, okay. You know what I mean? Like,
I better get this job at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, you called me brother. You're leaving early. Like, this is a wrap. And so I email him later that day just saying like, hey, appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. Like, whenever works for another meeting. Cause I need to get out of the job I'm in. I'm like, fuck, this is better paying. I'm overqualified for the job I'm applying for. Like, give me the fucking job. So I email him, don't hear back at all last week. Just radio silent. I'm like, this is fucking so dumb. Like, over it. Like, I already given up on it. And then all of a sudden I get a fucking message today. Like, hey man, was on PTO all for 2 weeks. Like,
you believe him?
I don't know. I want to, because I want the job and I don't want to get started on the wrong foot. What?
His grandma died?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. But like, you know also what I mean? I'm thinking like, did they hire somebody else? They go through the process and then like something came back bad and they're like, oh shit, I still got this guy on the line. Like, fucking might as well. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe him, but it went well as well as I guess it could have gone today. But yeah, fucking strangest interview I've ever had.
Well, I'm wishing you luck, brother.
I appreciate that. Yeah, the San Diego one, I don't know where that was for. Like, it was in La Jolla at like, yeah, I was like, he's like, how close do you live to La Jolla? I was like, I live in PB. Yeah.
That's money.
I don't know where the fuck those are in relation to each other, but I was like, yeah, just throw some stuff out. We'll see.
That was a perfect place to stay.
Yeah. But interviews are going, I hate doing them. There's nothing worse.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. I got this referee gig going, so that's going to hold me over. And then I got some opportunities that are about to start. But Matt Melendra is about to hook me up with a job, hopefully, from his boss's wife, who's looking for people to like travel and go to like trade shows or networking events and like smooth clients. Like the job that, like, from what he said, is like, has to love to golf, like has to love to schmooze clients. I'm like, dude,
this is my job.
This is my fucking job. Send me to let me go work a room. Let me go exchange business cards. Let me go fucking be the bright, shiny face for your business. Like, I would love to do that. So I like sent over my LinkedIn to him. By the way, I get locked out of my LinkedIn because it's associated with my former work email.
What a bunch of bullshit.
Can't get in. And I'm like, I hit up my former employer and I'm like, hey guys, like, it'll take 2 seconds. Can you just get the passcode for me? Yada, yada. And then just let me know what it is. We'll change the email on it.
Right.
2 minutes of your day. That's all I need. No reply. I text like my former manager and I'm like, hey man, like, can you help me get this done? Yada, yada. He's like, yeah, I'll talk to like the boss about it. He says, the boss sends me the like frequently asked questions for what to do in this situation. Like I didn't already try it.
What?
Like I didn't already try to do exactly what it asked me to do, and I still can't get in. Like, do you think I didn't exhaust every option before I came back to you? You think I want to be talking to you guys right now?
Right.
Like, I really don't, like, at all. So now I got duplicate LinkedIns. Can't delete the other LinkedIn, my former LinkedIn. So
this is like a Facebook problem from the early thousands. This is ridiculous.
It is. And like the whole job opportunity with Matt is supposed to be depending on my LinkedIn profile, I guess. So now I got like a shittier LinkedIn to show, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I guarantee if you go and meet that person though, she'd be like, yeah, nah, this is the right call.
I hope so.
I hope so. That would be sick though. Just traveling around, fucking ripping different golf courses.
Letting whoever I play win, you know?
Exactly.
And like I just play as good as I can, and then like in my head I'm convincing myself that I let them win. You know what I mean?
It's a win-win every time.
Like it's a win-win. Yeah, exactly.
Now, is it like technically sales?
I think it's technically sales. I haven't gotten any information on it. Like Matt doesn't really have anything to show me, but yeah, I think it's just kind of like a sales job. Mainly they just need someone to travel though. So I
Fuck.
would love to be that guy, like put you up in a hotel, like the whole nine. I'm like,
That's
I've
what I
been
mean.
waiting to work for a company that actually like takes care of people, you know, not just like yeah, you're here for a good time, not a long time type deal, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, somewhere where
There's
you
so many tech companies that just fucking bless you, you know.
you just got to
I'm like,
find the right one.
yeah,
Damn, that's sick though. Definitely let us know how that pans out. What's Matthew doing? He's real
commercial
estate.
real estate.
Oh, commercial. I didn't know he was commercial.
Yeah, commercial real estate, killing it. Commission only,
Look at that
right?
man go. Look at
Getting
that
going
man go.
crazy. I guess, yeah. I don't know how he does it. To be honest, I don't get that type of thing where it's like literally like you get like whatever it is, like $50,000 at a time, like you $50,000 a deal, and then you have to like make it stretch. Or I literally
Yeah.
don't know how he does that at all, but I'm sure it's worth it. I think it's been going really well for him. So, and he's always, he's always hopping around. I think he was in LA. He went to
Nice.
Mexico, back and forth. By the way, your boy's getting his passport renewed.
Ooh.
Just waiting on that birth certificate to come through.
Let's go.
And
You got any immediate trips, or is this just to have it?
nothing's on the books, but I think it was like a month ago. Someone texted like, "Boys, when we doing Tijuana? When we doing Mexico?" And with
Need it.
Tijuana, like you can kind of get away with maybe not having a passport, but I don't really want to take any chances. So
No, better if you have it. You
I
don't
just
need
want
to
to have my
fucking.
options open, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to go to Australia at one point. That's like probably like the number one thing on my like travel bucket list. And then like Central America / like the Caribbeans, like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Costa
Jesus.
Rica, Panama.
The
Like, dude, if I
DR.
had my passport, I would love to get a job like somewhere in like a random city like San Jose, Costa Rica, you know?
Just teaching English. You can teach English wherever, dude, and they will fucking rack you out.
Exactly. So I would love to do something like that, dude. And learn Spanish, like really go and like learn Spanish. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Love that.
Passport coming. I'll keep y'all updated.
Passport coming. I don't have mine. I feel like it's time to get mine. I got nowhere to go, but it's just cool
You
to
should
see
get
you
it.
have
We'll
a
do a
passport.
trip, Jim.
Damn.
Where would I feel like you're more of an Iceland guy. Go hunting in Iceland.
I don't know. Iceland. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. There's so many places in America I'd like to go first. I've never really been to the East Coast, like Northeast. I'd have to do that first. I'd have to see Mount Rushmore first. I got to pay my respects.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in
You know what
America.
state it's in?
North Dakota.
South Dakota.
It's close. It's a Dakota.
Close enough. Did you hear about the trade that was proposed?
No.
North Dakota, Minnesota.
Nice accent.
North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin
For
Toronto and Vancouver.
I mean, they would be dumb not to do that.
Who would?
I think.
Who says no? Who says no?
I think Canada.
If you're Canada and you don't have Toronto or Vancouver, what?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Canada would be dumb to do that. America would be dumb not to do that had it been on the table, right? But I feel like at the same time, is there any exports out of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and I mean besides cheese?
Yeah.
But those are their big cities, right? You got to think that's where Canada's pulling in a lot of money.
We would be losing Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. It sounds Canadian, dude.
I think it's Native American, which is why it sounds Canadian. But yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. I want to bring up one more thing before we get into our draft.
Are we doing a Q&A?
I honestly
forgot. You want a quick rapid fire?
I don't have any question. I don't have any questions. I kind of
save it. We'll source it.
Kind of fucked up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, that's my bad. I fucked that one up. All
right, let me ask you this before we hop in. Or you had something.
No. Go on.
all right, on the Yom Kippur, it's like a theme or whatever. You're supposed to think about what you want to take with you into the new year and what you want to leave behind in the old year. You know?
Right.
And so I wanted to pose that to you. What is something that you want to take with you going into I know it's not actually New Year's. I don't know if you knew it was like a Jewish New Year type thing, but
right. Yeah.
What you got? What do you want to take with you?
Take with me.
What's been good from this year, that you want to continue into next year? This is preparing you for Thanksgiving, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys do the "What are you grateful" thing, but
no, not really. No, we don't. We just insult each other. It's much easier than this. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you could go the cheap way, my health, but like,
your pod.
Yeah, that like my consistency and things. I feel like I've been pretty consistent, but like I don't know how to like put that in a, you know what I mean? Like
you're very bashful, Jim.
I hate talking about myself. It comes from an Irish Catholic family. You can't talk about yourself.
Hey, how about the Notre Dame Irish though?
That's dude.
Just a heartbreaking L.
They had 10 guys on the goal line the last 2 plays. What are we doing?
You beat yourself. You deserve to lose.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you
on the Yom Kippur thing?
What?
I was gonna say we don't have to.
No. I want to know what yours are. Maybe that'll give me a better a better grasp.
But yeah, I've been like working out recently, pretty much like every day. Waking up, going to the gym. That's definitely something I want to like continue with moving into the new year. I want to keep going to the beach and going to the beach more. That's something I want to like spend time doing this year. Those were the 2 things that kind of came to mind. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, and that's
what I want to leave behind. Things I kind of want to leave Zins behind.
Ooh,
like I do want to leave Zins behind. Like I really do, because now I'm just like, what is it giving me, dude? And it's taking and taking and taking. So I feel like a fucking cigarette smoker. Be like, just walking down to the liquor store to grab my pack. I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, let me step up and leave this behind. Like, whatever I do, just don't do that. I'm like trying to build up the strength to do that. So I think that's something I want to kind of make progress on this year.
I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm gonna say that as well. They just make me tired now. I don't enjoy it. It's just
I want to take them out as soon as I put them in.
It's crazy.
But I still like want to put them in. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm better than this. But it's crazy because I bounce, dude. Like you bounce from thing to thing. Like once we put in those lips, you put in those lips, and then it's like, okay, maybe you hit a vape. Okay, maybe now you do Zins. Okay, maybe now you take Mokes. And it's just like, you quit one thing to kind of like fulfill it in another way. But I think that's one thing that I kind of want to do better in the new year is just like having better control over my addictions or my like, vices, that type of thing. Yeah.
Well, I will concur with that. It's gotten to the point where I'm doing them at jiu-jitsu. I'm just like, it's not good for anybody. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take that one. Say I want to leave that behind as well. But you know what I've been doing a lot? I've been stretching and saunaing a lot.
Wow.
I just have like a little personal pop-up tent. Not the best, but it does the trick. And that's something I want to take with me.
That's sweet. That's something I want to bring. I want to find that again.
Yeah.
I have just like a really cheap gym membership right around the corner from my house. It's just like Willow Glen weight room style. You go in there, you get it all. I think I may have told you about this. You get it all to yourself. You put your own music on. It's sick. But the one thing I'm missing is a sauna for sure.
And I want a cold plunge. If I could find a cold plunge, it'd be so nice. Fucking.
I was talking about we gotta like find like a garbage can.
Yeah, but it's so hard to maintain. You got to keep bringing in ice, and it's like
it's the ice part. It's just the ice part.
But I don't want to buy ice. I'd rather buy a membership where it just has a fucking cold plunge. But I don't know.
But even like cold water?
Yeah, no, I mean even a cold shower will do. You know what I mean? It does enough. Wakes your ass up, gets you going. What
did you want to ask me before we get into the draft?
No, it wasn't really an ask. It was a quick story. So, as you know, the guy my dad takes care of passed away, and so we're kind of going through some of the stuff and trying to clean it all up, you know what I mean, get some stuff together. And he had a plumbing issue with the house, the guy did. And so my pops brings in a plumber, and Sky is kind of a kooky dude. He's missing some teeth and just kind of like just kind of all over the place. Yeah. But he goes down to check the plumbing, and he's like, hey, I found something. We're like, what the fuck? Like, what did you find?
You want to see a dead body?
Right? That's what, like, I was like, oh God. And so he goes, no, it looks like there's a suitcase stashed under the house. I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And so he's like, it's same. And I have like a white t-shirt on, and I'm like, fuck. Like, and so I find some old clothes and throw them on real quick and crawl under the house. And it's like a 40-foot crawl. And I'm like, oh God, like this could be literally anything. I have no clue. And so I get to it, and it feels like full. And I'm like, oh God. So like I like start pulling it out like foot by foot. And I finally get to the thing. And I like that whole time, like I'm thinking like, oh, like I may have $1 million. Like, you know what I mean? Like you never know.
$1 million. It could be a dead body.
Could be anything. And it's like my mind's like fucking race and don't know what it is. Get it out. It's a fucking Ottoman foot cushion. I was so pissed.
Oh.
Who stuffs a fucking
under the bed?
Who stuffs
that was old wife being like, hey, when are you gonna throw away that seat cushion?
And he just stuffed it under the house.
Yeah, he just stuffed it under the house.
Motherfucker. I was so pissed. But that's all. I thought I had my hands on $1 million, and it turned out to be quite the opposite.
Would have been sweet though, Jim. Would have been sweet.
Would have been sweet. The pictures I would have taken for Instagram. I would look like Trey Lance in Chicago after an L. The boy Trey cut his hair. Looks like every Cowboys fan in America right now. I love it,
dude. Just a gentle reminder that if the Niners never traded for Trey Lance, they could have took Micah Parsons with the 12th pick.
It's crazy.
Micah Parsons went 12th. The Niners had the 12th pick. It could have been the Bosa and Parsons show for a little while. It would have been special.
Absolutely insane. I hate even talking about it. The Niners, they need and they all just got extensions. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, and they're all so good. We have such a good team.
No, I mean the front office got extensions.
Yeah,
but yeah, no.
I mean, exactly. We do have the best team in football. I mean, they're good at their job. They just like blew their wad. Like, remember when I know this is all like rehashing history, right? But when they traded up for that pick, they didn't even know who they were going to take.
Yeah.
Remember, they're like, we're going to trade up and we're going to take either Mac or I was just like, you don't know who you're going to take, then don't fucking trade up. You're just trying to get your quarterback because the timing is right.
It's not like, good.
Come on, Niners. You're better than that.
They've made that mistake.
Good dubs, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trough still hasn't lost a game that he started and finished.
And exactly. He doesn't make the right call all the time, but I'll take a quarterback that makes it 85% of the time. You're not going to lose the games.
I call him Brock Revisa.
Brock Revisa.
That's who he reminds me of, man. He just knows how to play quarterback. Yeah, he might not have the measurables, but that guy knows how to play quarterback. He can be under center for me anytime.
That is hilarious. You
got to share that with the squad.
Don't blow Mitch's head up anymore. No.
Mitch is as bashful as you are.
Sometimes. No, he is. He is. Let's get on to the draft. Okay. We're doing cartoon characters or cartoons? Characters, right?
We're doing characters.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. That's what I did.
I don't mind either one, to be honest, but for the most part, like the cartoons are the titles of the shows. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If they're worth the shit. Yeah. Okay, well, perfect. What was our last draft? Do you remember?
It was
rivalries.
I think I killed you.
Yeah.
I think that's 2 in a row. I think it's 2 in a row.
Bullshit. People don't get the game.
I think it's 2 in a row. I'm hot.
It is.
And I gave you a week off here, allow you to recuperate.
The hot hand.
People knew which way to go with it. You know, you try to get creative, but when you stay with a consistent theme, the people can feel that. When you can stay with a consistent approach to your draft, the people feel that.
Well, you're playing to the people. I'm just picking from the heart. So let that be known in this draft.
You're Jimmy Biden over there. You're Jimmy fucking Roku.
Right. All right, well, TV characters it is. I think did I go first last time? I don't know. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter.
You go.
Ooh, I go. Okay, well, let's.
Cartoon characters, round 1. Dun, dun, dun.
That is loud today. Okay. Well, number 1. Let me just get this little board ready. I'm gonna go with the legend, the dog, Scooby fucking Doo.
Wow, that's a good pick. It wasn't gonna be my first pick, so I'm glad. But I mean, please tell me why you picked Scooby-Doo with the first overall pick for cartoons.
I mean, Scoob's a legend, borderline superhero, a talking dog that saves the day time and time again. He loves Scooby snacks. The show is incredible. On top of that, were you a big Scooby-Doo watcher back in the day?
I remember the movie for sure. I remember
the movie's good with Freddie Prinze Jr. and all that.
Yeah,
fucking hilarious.
I remember the movie, and I used to watch the show a little bit. Now let me tell you this: that group would never have solved a single crime without Scooby. That's just a bunch of potheads driving around in a van listening to their dog.
Potheads and a fucking sexual harasser in Fred. That guy was just trying to get poontang anywhere he went. Fred, he didn't give a shit.
Good comedic value though.
Oh, great kid, just the best. But trying to separate the girls every ep, I mean, it's legendary. There is one classic episode in the cartoon though. It's what? Did you just do Scooby Doo?
I was just trying to do the voice, yeah.
But they go and I don't even remember the episode, but the Hex girls are in there, and the Hex girls are fucking shredding. They're a band. They're sick. But best episode in Scooby-Doo history is with the Hex girls. But yeah, Scoob's a ledge. Just a fat stoner like his owner Shag. And
can't go wrong, honestly.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a bad word. What have you seen that video where they tell the kid on the bus that Scooby-Doo is a bad word, and so he stands up and yells Scooby-Doo, and he thinks he's swearing. And it is so fucking funny. It's so good. I miss bus rides.
Have you seen the video where it's a bus ride and they're like on the way to the game or whatever, and this kid that you can tell is just a bench warmer stands up and goes, "Hey guys, coach is right. If we want to win," and so everyone goes, "Shut up!
Shut the fuck up!" There's so many good videos. Or she is very beautiful to me.
Yeah. Oh man!
Right, fucking incredible. Ring the bells.
Now, I thought this was the obvious first choice, and it's SpongeBob.
Wow.
He lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. I mean, probably the most frequently watched show of my childhood. It's just always on Nickelodeon. I was a Nickelodeon guy, probably more than a Cartoon Network guy, if I'm being honest. But yeah, SpongeBob. I mean, they touched on, sales, depression, Sandy, she wanna go ho, whoa, whoa. Social anxiety, feel me?
Yeah.
They even got humans in that show, but it's not about the show. It's about SpongeBob. He's an iconic character, wears the same thing every day, learned how to drive. You know the vibe.
Did he learn how to drive? Did Mrs. Puff ever pull that off? I don't know if she quite pulled that off.
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember pretty much a single plot from SpongeBob. So he was number 1.
Wow, Smitty von Slumptenberger. He was number 1, the Hashleen Slasher. Nah, SpongeBob's great.
Iconic, right?
If it's on, I'll throw it on. I don't mind watching a little Sponge Beezer. He's
the icon of the show, right? He's John Lennon, right? He's the star of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But is he the best character on that show? Is he anyone's favorite character?
Yeah, I would say he's mine. Patrick gets a little too dumb.
I love a dumb guy. I love a dumb guy. Nothing funnier than a dumb guy to me.
And then everyone says they relate with Squidward, and I'm like, fuck off, you depressing bitch. Like, get out of here. Right. But yeah, I don't know. Plankton might be the GOAT.
Plankton might be the GOAT.
He's just trying to cook a burger.
Oh, Mr. Krabs
Mm-hmm.
is a cannibalist. The burgers are crabs.
Oh, wow. Does he eat the Krabby Patties or just sell them?
He never eats them.
Wow. So he
saw that online.
That is crazy. And he's got a whale daughter. Where the fuck did that come in?
There's more dots to that one. Yeah. I wish I knew them off the top of my head, but there's more. There's more to it.
Love
for
that,
you conspiracy theorists.
SpongeBob. Oh, wow. We should have had that on the conspiracy draft.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, I'm going to go into the Nick realm as well. And I'm going to say Auto Rocket.
Oh, is that Rocket Power?
Rocket Power.
Wiggity.
I mean,
Sick
Rocket
show.
Power is a classic show. We all had our characters back in the day. Everyone was somebody. Raymundo, Steve's dad, Tito. I mean, another show where, looking back, presumably all stoners.
I think so. Yeah. And they were getting into some childhood mischief, and I rocked with it. You know, I remember they got caught going TPing. I was like, dude,
that's sick. That's sick. They were just doing random shit that kids would do too. Like they were luging on skateboards. You think I didn't try luging on a skateboard after seeing that? You're crazy.
Oh yeah. What about Salt Glass for the action for the stunt doubles?
So what?
Remember that episode? Like they were jumping through the
don't
glass
remember that one.
Oh, not salt glass, sugar glass.
I don't.
What about the episode where they like had to go through like this arena and there was like different levels to it?
Yeah, that one, the crazy
that one was all
sick.
time.
Or there was a hurricane fucking episode too. I remember that. It fucking scared the shit out of me. The hell? Sketch. But Auto Rocket, Guy's a Ledge, surfer, skateboarder. What's not to love?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick on the Nickelodeon theme and give me Jimmy Neutron.
Ooh.
I loved his critical thinking. I loved his problem-solving skills. I loved his hair. Jimmy Neutron's an all-timer. What episode do I remember of that? School's Out? Was that the movie?
I think that was. I think that might have been the movie. I remember Ultra. I'm a big Sheen guy. Sheen was the GOAT.
I would actually be down to watch some Jimmy Neutron right now. To be honest, is it on streaming? Like that's one of those ones that just disappeared, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Off the face of the planet.
But damn, Jimmy Neutron. Wow, that didn't even come across my radar. But
oh, really? I was nervous when you said I'm going Nickelodeon. I thought you were taking my guy.
Nah. But I mean, he's got Goddard. What a fucking legend ass robot dog.
Yeah,
the sickest.
And to this day, like, if I can't remember something, I'm like, hold up. Like, I just need a second to brain blast.
Brain blast?
Yeah. Like, I do that. That's an actual term in my vocabulary. So
I've never brain blasted. Never brain blasted once. Maybe you've
never lost something and you're like looking around the house, you can't find it anywhere. You're like, all right, looking is not going to help at this point. I need to think.
I've done that. I've never said brain blast out loud is what I'm saying. But I love it. Jimmy Neutron. Kid's a fucking legend. Wow. Okay. I don't know whether to go another Nickelodeon or, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going Bugs Bunny.
Wow.
Just a classic. Hey, what's up, Doc? Eating the carrot, bouncing around. Just
duck season, wabbit season.
Wabbits.
You got the Space Jam appearance, like main character.
Damn near the main character.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, Bugs. I mean, he's the most famous out of the Looney Tunes.
I was gonna say not my favorite Looney Tune personally.
Who is?
But definitely the most iconic.
Okay, who's your favorite Looney Tune?
I like the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner.
That's made it on the list. I'm not gonna tell you where, but
yeah,
that's. I mean,
I was thinking about
a classic cartoon. Kind of violent looking back. Lots of explosions. No, that's whatchamacallit. What's his name?
Daffy Duck.
Yeah, but who hunts Daffy Duck? Fudd.
Bugsy.
Yeah, I don't
No.
know. Who fucking cares? Bugs Bunny, lock it in round 3.
All right, I'm gonna skip over into the movie genre at this point.
Ooh, okay.
You know what? I'm not. I'm not. I'm going back to Nickelodeon because I don't want this next pick to get taken. And maybe you're gonna steal my movie take, but that's okay. Give me Timmy Turner.
Wow.
Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner.
You know what I mean? That was actually probably the show I watched the most, even more than SpongeBob.
Really?
That was probably one of my favorites for sure. Great show. Fairly Odd Parents. Great show. What was they had a neighbor? Finkelstein.
Oh yeah,
like that.
Yeah. Who always was looking after, and he was right. They thought they made that man go crazy. He knew there was fairies. He suspected it, and he fucking drove him mad. That's kind of fucked up.
Dude, it was fucked up. And you know what else is fucked up? Vicky didn't get no Fairly Odd Parents. Why did Timmy get him? I don't even remember why he got him.
I don't remember either, but maybe because Vicky was a fucking bitch.
Talk about fairy privilege.
Fairy privilege. It goes right next to white privilege in the privilege books.
You know, no, fairy privilege. That's what they call kids that go to Bellarmine.
A good fairy Bellarmine joke will never ever be old.
Well, you know why Bellarmine doesn't have any stairs?
Because fairies can fly. That's so good. You know what? Those
That's an
jokes,
all-timer.
Those jokes are good because, like back in elementary school, like because I went to Catholic school, that was all those jokes. Like you would hear the fucking St. Francis ones, the MIDI ones, but nothing stuck like a good Bellarmine joke. It's too easy. Love that. Round 4. Okay. Now, fuck, I'm stuck. I number these before, and then when we get down to it, I can't trust my numbering system. I'm gonna go Donnie Thornberry.
That is the Arnold. Hey Arnold.
The Wild Thornberries, brother.
Oh, the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah. Donnie that's the show I probably watched more than anything because I think it's the one that my mom could tolerate the most out of all of them. So she was like, put this on.
Yeah.
And it was on it early. That was like a 6 a.m. show. So it was like you had to be up to see it.
I remember the boomerang action. Yeah. They had the boomerang action from that show.
And Donnie was the fucking crazy brother. And you know who the voice of that was? I'll give you a million guesses. You'd never get it.
You'll give me a million guesses and I'll never get it.
Yep.
Who the voice of that was, but I know the person's name, right? If you told me.
Yeah.
So it's got to be fucking what's that one guy's name from the league?
Steve Renazizi?
No, the other guy. Fuck it. I don't know. Who is it?
It's Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh,
crazy.
Tight.
Random.
Great band. Maybe my favorite band ever.
Really? Damn.
Them, Sublime.
Sublime's good. You know who I've been listening to a lot? I've been listening to a lot of Afro Man lately, just like full albums, just playing them through. It's so good. He's the fucking best. It just reminds me of like your boys rapping in the back of a car. You know what I mean? It's just like everything rhymes, but it's like close on some of them. And they're just like laughing and it's good.
Yeah.
Love Afro
Just
Man.
low key, good times.
Great times. Round 4, what you got for us?
I'm going back to the movie. It fell to me. I knew it would. Give me Mr. Incredible.
Ooh, okay. Mr. Incredible. Is that your favorite Disney movie?
No. Oh, wow.
I mean, Lion King's got to be.
I didn't even realize about Disney how most of them are cartoons. So.
Yeah,
not to give away too much, but I might draft my favorite Disney movie next. I love Mulan.
Ooh, okay.
Mulan and Lion King and Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo's good. That'll give you.
And then in terms of non-cartoons, Remember the Titans is the greatest piece of content that Disney's ever created. So
maybe we haven't visited this in a long time. So if you're new to listening, Josh loves predictable movies. Therefore, he loves Remember the Titans.
Yeah,
and you're going to say, could you see Gary Bertier getting T-boned? No, but that's what makes it so predictable is they had to do something like that. That's not what I was going to say. You were.
Did you expect them to run the double reverse to Rev with the broken wrist to score a touchdown?
I mean,
no way you thought Rev was scoring the game-winning touchdown.
I expected them to win the game and the group of white guys and black guys to come together. That's what I expected. That's what we got. Cut and dry. No really twist. They had to fucking kill or almost kill their star in order for us to feel something. That's crazy.
Hey, that's a gold medalist.
Gold medalist.
Oh, you didn't pay attention to the after story? How Gary Bertier went on to become
I've seen it
like put gold medalist.
Shot put. Are we counting that? The speed walking gold medalist.
Well, speaking of, we can bet on the the Special Olympics. We're allowed to bet on them now too, but also the handicap Olympics as well. What do they call those? I don't know. I
thought that's what that was. Paralympics.
No, I think there's one for like Paralympics. There you go.
Yeah. I thought that's
what was my pick? How did that lead to this? Mr. Incredible.
Mr. Incredible. Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Incredible.
So another time Mr. Incredible came up in my life is when Dante, after a basketball game, we're getting into my car. He just rips the door handle completely off. And I go, relax, Mr. Incredible. How the fuck did that happen?
The outside handle just opening?
Yes.
Did you just like hold it up to you like
Yes. I was like, God, you don't know your strength, brother.
That's sick. Tease is the strongest man alive.
We've been lifting together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's sick. How's his jaw?
After that 2K beating, I don't know, but no, I think he's feeling good. I think he's gonna be back to balling next week.
So we like to hear. You got to get him a face mask. I know that's for like the eyes and stuff, but that would be sick.
Oh, that'd be so sick. I'm gonna look on Amazon. I really am. I really am. If it's like cheap, I'm probably gonna get
it. Pull trick. Just to have him throw it on for a pick, and then that's it. That's all you
when
need.
He shows up to the hoop run.
Exactly
after his long-awaited return.
So worth, dude. Bits are so great. I will spend any amount of money to pull a bit off like that. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
So worth it.
Worth it. Okay, round 5. Let's close it out. There it is. All right. Well, number 5. Oof. God damn. I don't know. I got 2 that I'm bouncing between. Was that a fart?
No, it was a vibrate.
Oh. I'm gonna go with TJ Detweiler from Recess. He's the ringleader.
Grab the butter.
Yeah, so good. Fuck. Recess School's Out, great movie. I mean, on top of the show,
I might watch that tonight.
On top of the show being good, it's the movie's great. And one part about the movie, not about TJ, that sticks out with me is when I forget the kid's name, but the baseball player kid, the black kid, he's fucking in the beginning part. He's like,
Token.
What?
Token?
No, that's South Park. And did you know South Park changed his name to Tolkien with an L? They are trying to say it wasn't Token. Ridiculous. Anyways, back to the thing. He goes, he's trying to like aim the ball when he's throwing it, and they say, don't aim it, just throw it. And that always stuck with me in baseball. I'd always think of that kid fucking drilling the beam. But
don't aim it, just throw it. I love
just
that.
throw it. That's a good metaphor for life. Don't aim it, just throw it. But yeah, TJ Detweiler, the ringleader, gotta be.
He was awesome. That was an awesome movie that I would love to watch again.
Yeah, dude. I mean, just the opening scene. What's that song? Are you ready for a brand new beat? Na, 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 na. Dancing in the street. There you go. That's how you're opening a movie. I'm fucking in 100 times out of 100.
Absolutely.
All right, close us out.
God, it just makes me think of Dancing on the Ab. Rest in peace.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
By the way, Goosetown this Thanksgiving, Jim. What's the deal? Alumni game? It's coming up here.
I'm not playing in the alumni game. I don't know about Goose. We'll see. We'll see who goes to Goose. People haven't even been going.
Yeah, this year, me and Kenny were talking about it. I think we want to do Goose Town. Fuck Los Gatos.
Yeah, everyone should be at Goose Town.
God, I already told the story about last time I went to Los Gatos for Thanksgiving.
It's classic.
Fucking Dante left me for the Wolves.
Yeah.
Classic.
When do you come home? I mean, I know it's a long ways away, but
probably that Wednesday morning or Tuesday night.
Nice. Perfect.
Should be a good time.
Okay, round 5. Lock us in.
Me?
Yes, sir. This is
God, this one's tough. I have to choose between my favorite fucking movie characters. My favorite Disney movie characters.
Scar.
You know what? Are Simba and Mulan.
Wow.
Give me Mulan. Let's get down to business before we fight the Huns.
No.
Can't say it anymore.
To defeat the Huns. Let's
To
get
defeat the
Huns. Yeah, now I'm with you.
What's the other one? I'm gonna make a man out of you. Some shit like
I'll make a man out of you. Be a man. That's a great.
Mulan was the best. Dude.
One of the best soundtracks. I mean, probably right behind Tarzan and Disney soundtrack. It's right there.
Shout out Phil Collins.
Shout out Phil. Didn't have to go that hard. But he did. Wow, love that though. Mulan. I mean, that's a draft. That
was a good draft.
That's what
I could have went longer too. There was a lot of good names out there.
That's yeah. Do you have any honorable mentions? I have Jerry from Tom and Jerry, Rick and Morty. I had Roadrunner on there. Johnny Bravo was the one where I was
I hate myself for now thinking of all the best names. Peter from Family Guy.
I had Stewie, yeah.
Homer Simpson.
Garfield.
Like I kind of hate my list now. Yeah. Bart Simpson, Margie Simpson.
Bart's
Ned
kind
Flanders.
of wow, Ned Flanders. That's your rap name, wasn't it?
At one point.
With Bars Simpson, good old Bars.
Yeah, he stole my lane, dude. He slid in my lane. Dude, I used to freestyle with Bars before he was even Bars, dude.
Yeah, just going to track. Was it at track? Is that what it was?
I knew him before the fame.
Spect. Wow. I hope he listens to this. He'll love that. Bug will love that. Spect. Just shout out. Well, let me read these back real quick. So I went Scooby-Doo, Auto Rocket, Bugs Bunny, Donnie Thornberry, and TJ Detweiler. Josh went SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner, Timmy Turner, Mr. Incredible, and Mulan. So there it is, 5 and 5. I'll have these up. Probably Thursday. And another thing I probably should address at the top. Obviously, we've moved to Tuesdays. I feel like this is a way better day to release podcasts. It gives people a week to listen as opposed to fucking
the day, and then they're in their weekend.
Banging it on a weekend. So new day is going to be Tuesdays from here on out. But yeah, folks, that's the podcast. Thank you for doing this with us. And until next time, adios. Peace.